Hello, everybody. Welcome to week one. This is week one of CE225 entrepreneurship. This is a great class to be a part of because we get to figure out how to make your concept a reality. And we're going to build that foundation for you to be able to go onward and be able to create that dream, that vision that you've had. I am Chef Rachel, and we also have in the house Chef Jonathan. You want to say hi, Chef Jonathan?
Of course I do. I just need to find my mute button. Hey guys, I am Chef John. You may have seen me earlier in the program. Yeah, Laquanas? All right. So, you might know I've got some experience kind of everywhere in the industry. I've done hotel, catering, fine dining, beer bars. I started out in a cafeteria kitchen at a university. It was forever ago. I love numbers and how they impact the business, but I also love all the different aspects of running a business we get to talk about in this class. This class is a lot of information every week, and it's a lot of research, which is really cool because you get to really think about what you want to do and how you want to do it, and approach. All of the assignments are really built around that approach. Is how do you want to run your business? How do you want your business to look? And it's a really fun, cool class, and I love it. So that's kind of my spiel in a nutshell. Do you want to do housekeeping stuff?
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. Aren't you guys glad that you're taking an online class? Now you don't have to catch my cold. Isn't that great? Fantastic that way. So let's do some housekeeping. Let's talk about the fact that you guys are special. Everybody who's watching right now and who will be watching the live session archive, this is the last class of CE225 for quite some time. The next time that this is actually going to run is in September. So be certain to be on top of your assignments, be on top of those knowledge checks, be on top of the discussions, because if something does happen, if there's an issue that arises, this class is going to be the last one until September. So let's make certain everybody gets through this class all together. We are going to do it. Everybody's going to pass, and it's going to be wonderful and marvelous. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Oh, good. So, that being said, we are going to check out your class page to make sure that everything looks kosher for you guys. I'm going to share my screen. And so we have, remember over here, you click that bad boy right there, and it gives you my information and Chef Jonathan's information. There is the number to text me. If you try to call me at that number, it will not work. This is a text-only number. So if you want to call me, use the 720, both Colorado. So remember, that is right there. Your syllabus is right here. Class Cafe is right there. What am I missing, Chef Jonathan? Ooh, let me show off your stuff too. I'm sorry, I should have gone down.
That's quite all right. I just wanted to mention that my phone number on there, again, if you try to text that phone number, I'm never gonna get it. So make sure you call me at that number. But honestly, the best way to reach me is by clicking that send a message button, because that's gonna send me a message and an email, which I will be able to see while I'm grading. But I do turn my phone off while I'm grading, so I will not be able to respond to you as quickly because I don't check those until I'm done grading for the day or in the middle of grading. So it's going to be a little bit slower to get back to you. Obviously, I'm going to get back to you within 24 hours if you call me, no matter what. But email is usually the best way to get a hold of me and to get an answer quicker.
Yeah. So remember, definitely look at which numbers you are calling and use the send a message button for Chef Jonathan. He's busy. He's your consultant, right? Because he's looking over that assignments. He's making certain that it looks good. Because remember, both him and I have a lot of experience in this area. And everything that you are learning right now, even if you don't want to open up your own place, you don't want to open up your own establishment, all of this stuff you're going to need to know as a manager, as an executive chef. You're going to need to know all of the stuff that we're going to go over. So it's all great information. So remember, if you're thinking, well, I'm not going to open up my own place, you're still going to want to pay attention and look at all the information that we're providing, because I have definitely have had to use this throughout my career. Am I right, Chef? I know you have.
I definitely have. I was even going to add on sous chef. And
Yeah.
some of this, even a lead line cook might have a little bit of involvement in. So super, super helpful information.
Yeah, it's a good way to get a raise too. Am I right? Job stability right there. And we have these great little videos that I make for you guys. Watch them. It's like a little, less than 5-minute video that takes me like an hour and a half to make, because I always stop and re-record. So, watch them. They're fun. And then I make a checklist for you guys. This is all the stuff you're going to be doing. We have our research materials right here. I expect them to be done by Saturday, May 18th, because it's important information to know. Get those knowledge checks done now. That way you can actually have that information so you can get your assignment done early. We have, as always, our live sessions are going to be on Thursdays, 6:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. So come to live sessions. If not, the live session archive will be underneath here. I do slides every week, which I share with you guys, and they're wonderful and they're great. So please look at my slides, and they will help with assignments and all of that fun stuff. And they're easy for you to just copy and download so that you have them for when you are ready to go off into the world and be an executive chef or run your own business. And you can say, oh yeah, Chef Rachel and Chef Jonathan talked about that one time. And you will be able to find it. And then we have this handy dandy assignment. When is our assignments usually due?
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. But you're not going to wait, right? Right, Chef Jonathan? They're not going to wait.
Not a bit.
So guys, these assignments are awesome, but there's a lot to them. And it can be easy to miss a crucial component and need that resubmit. And that's okay. I'm totally cool to look at your assignment again and again. However, if you wait until the last minute, you're kind of robbing yourself of that extra time to resubmit and get that grade where you want it to be. The earlier you submit, the quicker I'm going to be able to get your grade back to you, and the more time you're going to have to go back, make corrections, and resubmit. Now, do keep in mind, if you get that assignment in before the deadline, and then it's Wednesday or Thursday and you want to resubmit, there's no penalty for resubmitting. It's all about that first submission. If you really make an attempt and you submit before that on-time deadline, you can still get 100 points on a resubmit. Likewise, if you have a late submission and you have to resubmit, there's no penalty for the resubmit. You can still get up to 85%. But that's a big difference. make sure that first submission gets in before Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. because you do lose that 15%. That's a huge hit to your grade and not something you want. So just something to keep in mind. Another thing with resubmits, make sure that you don't just update your file and make those corrections. After making those corrections, you really have to go back to that week's assignment page, hit that edit submit button and hit submit. Otherwise, I won't be able to change your grade. And that's kind of the whole point of the resubmit, right? So if you guys have any questions, definitely ask me. I'm always around for you guys. But that's resubmits in a nutshell.
And the makeup assignments. Did you want to go over the makeup assignments, Chef Jonathan? Would you like to? All right.
Makeup assignments.
Remember, our makeup assignments, they're due on week 5. So remember that. The end of week 5 is when all the makeup assignments are due.
Yes. So if something weird happens and you miss a week's assignment or you get below a 60 on an assignment, then you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom of the class page, click that makeup assignments area, click in here, and you're going to submit your link. You're going to let me know what week I'm going to be looking at. So you're going to have your link, and then you're going to say week 1, week 2, whatever the case may be. One thing to be aware of with that is that there are only 2 makeup assignment areas here. That means you only have 2 opportunities to make up missed or failed assignments. So you don't want to rely on this. You want to make sure to be getting those assignments in on time. You want to be sure to be keeping up, asking questions early so there's time to get your answers to you before that deadline so that you don't need these makeup assignments. But if something does come up, you do have those 2 opportunities. They are open at the end of this week. Once that late deadline closes, they will be open for you to utilize those. So you don't have to wait until week 5 to submit makeup assignments. That being said, on Wednesday morning at midnight, that morning, they're going to close in week 6. So you want to make sure that you get those makeup assignments done as soon as you need them, as opposed to waiting till the end of class.
Does that make sense for everybody?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, perfect. Perfect. If it doesn't, just reach out, let us know. We can definitely go through it. But as Chef Jonathan said, it's just for that just in case scenario. Don't fully rely on it where you say, oh, well, I have a makeup, because you never know. Stuff happens. When I was in school for my bachelor's, I was pregnant. And my baby came 3 weeks early. And it was Sunday night, or actually it was Saturday night, and my paper was due on Sunday. So I was in the hospital typing on my paper in labor to get that done. So don't be like me. Don't wait last minute like I did, typing a paper in labor. Enjoy those labor pains while you have them. So you don't need another thing to add to it. So get in there, get it done early. That way Chef Jonathan can really be able to look at it for you to make it really as perfect so that you can have that foundation to build from. And every single assignment is things that you're going to need to do in your business. And you guys already do parts of this stuff. You do it in everyday life, but we're just now going to have it go from doing it for personal, and now we're going to make it be for your business. And when I say that too, and I mentioned this in my week 1 message, now is the time when you've had these concepts in your head, they've always been there. now is the time to remember to separate it out. Now, when you're thinking of everything, when you're doing stuff, you have to think from the business point of view, not from your point of view. So when I ask you how many hours, what your hours of operation are going to be, you're not going to say, I am going to be open, because you're a person, you can't be open. Your business is going to be open from Monday through Friday. You're not going to be open Monday through Friday. So remember, now is the time to separate it, because a lot of times people can get mixed up and try to have it be personal, and you don't want it to be personal. You need it to take it from the business point of view. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So remember, and that's a really hard thing to do. I know, because I've definitely been there, and it's really, really hard to do, but now is the time to practice it. Now's the time. So what do you guys think an entrepreneur is?
A person that makes money.
Person that makes money. What else?
Doing what they love, I guess.
What else do you guys think an entrepreneur does? Anybody? Anybody?
What happens? What about somebody turning their dreams into reality?
Yeah, turning your dreams into a reality. You are willing to take the risk. You are going to take that risk and go that step and turn that into a reality. And that is what you guys have, that dream, you have that belief, and you think that it's going to work, and you are now going to take that risk. You're going to take that chance. And Gertrude, the question was, what do you think an entrepreneur is? So what is an entrepreneur in your mind? That's what the question was.
Okay, I think it's when you whatever that you in your mind, you make it into reality, and in being business on a business point of view.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, because you're going to start something. You are starting a business. And that's why you guys are here, right? You want to do this. You want to learn how to cook. You want to be in this awesome industry. And now you get to see all of the possibilities that this industry has to offer. And there's a lot. But there's a lot to being an entrepreneur, because it's your baby. This is your baby. This is your business, and you need to take care of it, right? You're letting it grow. You're letting it mature. You're kind of having it come into its own. You have to problem solve. You have to do the research. It all starts with the research. And this is a delightful little circle of everything that we are actually going to be going over in this class. And while it may look scary, don't worry. That's why it's broken out. And we're going to go through every single part of it. We're going to talk about how to create your culture for your business. We're going to talk about the labor. We're going to talk about budgeting and finances and all of that stuff. So, and the best part is, this one right here, education and training, that is what you guys are doing now. You guys are in school. You're getting that education. Just remember, the education doesn't stop when you're out of school. You keep it going. Be lifetime learners. And it's all about figuring it out. And the great thing about being an entrepreneur is everybody's starts at this spot where you guys are. So everyone is in the same spot that you have been in, and you're taking that step forward. You're moving forward. You're believing in that dream, and you're going to make it a reality. And the best part is that you guys are getting that education to be able to succeed, be able to thrive. And this is where those assignments are really going to be extremely helpful. Am I right, Chef? He's nodding yes.
Yes. Very much.
So yes, so that's where, and it's all about communication. You need to communicate. You need to communicate with us. If you don't understand something, you have to communicate with us. And when you're doing your business, you need to communicate. You need to communicate to your customer. You need to communicate to your community to let people know I am starting a business. And I have a great little clip that I love because it shows it perfectly. You want to make certain you give the details. We want to see those details in your assignment because this can happen. And I absolutely love this little clip right here because it reminds me of that telephone tag, or not the telephone tag, the telephone game where, everybody's lined up and it starts from one person and it goes to the next and the next and the next and the next. And then it's something completely different on the other end. You don't want to have that type of communication happening. And how you're not going to have that happen is by giving the details. You're going to do that research. You're going to give that details. You're going to write everything in your own words, especially when it comes to your assignment. You're going to be referencing, you're going to be looking stuff up, and you need to write it in your own words. Am I right, Chef?
Yes, please, guys. Researching things, you're going to find the information that you need for your assignments. However, you cannot just copy and paste it into your assignment. We really want you to think about what you're learning and process it before you type it into your assignment in your own words. When you just copy and paste it, it really doesn't stick in your mind, and we want this to be something that helps you throughout your career and throughout your life. So that's why we're so adamant about not having copied and pasted answers on any of these assignments. Just keep that in mind.
Because especially when an investor is going to come, or a bank, or whoever you're going to, they want to hear it from you because you are the expert. You're the expert in your concept. And they want to hear it in your words, how you're going to make this a reality, how you're going to make it work. Am I right, Chef?
They also want to know that you know what you're talking about. You've done the research. You know what is going to be required with things like the regulatory concerns, or your minimum wage, or overtime, or marketing, or whatever the case may be. They want to know that you know what you're doing, because then they're much more likely to give you money.
Yeah, in this class, we're going over all of those steps. And the great thing is that we get to show you how to find that information, how to find all of that, all of it, where do you find the seller's permit, your liquor license, all of that stuff. We're going to be able to guide you through that. And now you have to put it in your own words. We want to hear from you, your voice, and this is for all of the assignments. And as you're going through it, you're going to do the research, and I want you guys to remember this because you're going to use it throughout. You already use this. It's called a plan, do, check, act, where you plan something out. You guys do this already. You do this with your recipes, right? You plan something out, you have a recipe, you're going to do it. You're seeing how it works. Now, did that recipe turn out? Did it work? Did it not work? If it worked, great. If it didn't work, what do you have to change? Do you have to change something to make it better? And if you do, then you plan for it. You add more salt, you add more garlic, because who doesn't love garlic? You realize that half your target market is gluten-free, so you figured out how to make a gluten-free version of it. And you just keep the circle going until and you're gonna do this throughout your career. You're gonna do this plan, do, check out throughout this whole process. You're gonna keep it going. And just remember, and it's about getting rid of the mistakes, because you want your product to be consistent for your customer. You want that consistency and you want that quality to be the same. And this type of plan can help you do that. This will also help you when you're doing your assignments, right? When you're doing your recipes, when you're doing that research, because you do it once and you realize, okay, well, that link didn't work. Now I'm going to try a different link and I'm going to do this differently. And it's a process that you're going to keep on going and keep on doing throughout your career. So remember, it's just called Plan, Do, Check, Act. It's right there for you. Another great one that you guys are going to do is your SWOT analysis. Now, I love SWOT analysis. I absolutely do. You can use it for like anything. And it is a great tool that I want all of you guys to use because it helps. It helps you understand what you're great at and what you need to work on and what factors can help or hinder your business. And you can set up a plan for it. You know, if something happens, you can set up a plan. You can create that worst case scenario and be prepared for it. So right here, those strengths and weaknesses, those are your internal, what you're great at. So do you have great customer service? That's awesome. That's a strength. If you don't, then that's something you have to work on, right? That's going to be a weakness. What about external opportunities and threats? Can you do a partnership? Do you think you can franchise? If you can, those are opportunities that you can explore. Threats could be your competition. You don't have control over your competition. Those are items that you may not necessarily have control over. So you don't have control over your competition. That's going to be a threat. You don't have control over the Mason, and Chef Jonathan will know this because Chef Jonathan was also in Colorado with me in the same town. Mason Corridor was a area of road that was a railroad track that went going across it, and they decided to revamp that whole area. And a friend of mine opened up her restaurant right on that road. And that was under construction for like 2 years. 2 years of construction. And there's nothing she could do about it because they were redoing the whole railroad right there and they were under construction. And that was a threat that she had to be prepared for. She had to figure out a plan to be able to make it work. And that is the great thing about SWOT. And you guys are going to be doing a SWOT analysis for your assignments. So now we're actually going to talk about your assignment right now because we really want to make certain that you guys have this down. So as a group, we're going to go over it and we're going to do one together. Am I right, Chef Jonathan? Am I right? What did you want to pull it up or shall I?
I can pull it up.
Okay, perfect. So for this assignment, remember, we're going to go over your concept, a concept that is in the US of A. Am I right, Chef Jonathan? It's going to be in the US because we know the laws and regulations of the US. So let's concentrate it into there. We can be the most helpful for you here. So we're going to make certain that this business is in fact in the US. And Chef Jonathan, pulled up the delightful assignment page right here. And you see where it says fill out the copy of the concept summary and SWOT analysis. That is where you get to click. But remember, that grading rubric is right there. So check out that grading rubric. You're going to want to read that. Am I right, Chef?
Yes, please pay attention to this every week. It'll tell you what I'm going to be looking for in a big way. So make sure to check out these grading rubrics. Once again, please make sure you do not copy and paste any information. When you click on this link here, it's going to bring you to this screen. You're going to click that Make a Copy button, and that is going to add this fancy template to your Google Drive so that you have it forever and always. This is your assignment right here, and you are going to fill in all of these boxes, and then you're going to come down to the second page and fill this out. But we're going to focus up here to begin with. So remember, guys, this is your dream business. If you don't dream of owning a business, this is a good time to make one up because you're going to need to for the whole class. So name of business, it doesn't have to be the final name that you are going to go with, but something that is in the general vicinity. So who wants to have a name?
I would.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to name my place after my grandson. It's going to be Jace's place.
Jace's, like that?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So other than Laquana, what type of operation should we do? So when I say type of operation, what I mean is, are you going to be a food truck? Is this going to be a restaurant? Maybe it's a catering company.
A diner.
A diner, I love it.
Sounds great, Denise.
How many days a week is our diner going to be open, guys?
6.
Oh, Samantha said 7.
7. Samantha beat you to it.
Ooh.
All
That
right.
was good.
Well, maybe you can tell me our hours of operation. When are we going to be serving?
From I guess 6 to 2.
So is that 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.?
Oh, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
There you go. All right. Mission statement. Now, mission statements are kind of tricky. A mission statement is basically telling me why your business exists. It's not a tagline, and it's not really a marketing tool, or at least it's not primarily a marketing tool. So I'm loving it. You guys have all heard that, right? That's not a mission statement.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, right? No, it's not. It's a great slogan and a tagline.
So a mission statement is more internal, and it should inform every decision you make as a business, because you want every decision you make to be in line with this goal of your business. And just so you guys know, every single business on earth wants to make money. So that shouldn't be in your mission statement. That's a given.
And I have a great mission statement that I pulled up for you guys to look at. This is an example for you guys to go off of. If you look, I will send you articles tomorrow once they fix the glitch in the system. Because obviously you guys noticed that you got my welcome message about 7 or 8 times. There was a glitch in the system. So once they fix that glitch, I will send you out these handy dandy articles. But this one is DP Dough. They are a calzone shop. They started off small. Now they grew into a franchise, and they keep on growing. It's a smaller franchise, but they're growing. And this is their mission statement. It is to exceed the expectations of our customer by providing exceptional customer service, fast delivery, and crazy late hours, and to have a blast while we're doing it. Your mission statement, you want it to come from your business, and it's going to help create the core values that you're going to be around, your culture of your organization. So you want to say what it is about you, this business, that is going to be what it's going to be all about. Why are you in existence? Why this business is here? So this is an example for you guys. I will give you more examples like this one right here. These are ones like from everyone, everywhere. American Express, we work hard every day to make American Express the world's most respected service brand. Did you guys actually know how American Express started? Anybody? They actually were part of like the, they actually were, oh God, it's blanking. Competitors to the Postal Service for the USPS mail. They were actual FedEx. They were a delivery business. And then they went into travelers checks, and then they started their whole service industry. Isn't that a fun little tidbit? The more you know. Right, Chef?
Yep. I actually might have known that because I heard you say it once or twice before. The one thing I would actually critique those mission statements personally, because I would say you don't want to start it with the word to. Starting it with the word to makes it an answer to a question. You want this to be a strong, bold statement of why you exist as a business. So
yeah, and I think some of them actually started with our mission is to, and I think this website actually cut off that part and just started there. So that's where you want that our mission is to. What do you guys want your mission to be? Why is this place going to exist? This is where you guys can talk. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, we gotta practice it.
how about this? Try focusing, let's say 3 areas of your business in your mission statement. What kind of food do you want to serve? Do you want it to be locally sourced? Or do you want it to be cheap? Do you want it to be fine dining? What kind of food do you want to serve? Number 2, what kind of atmosphere do you want to create for your guests? And number 3, how do you want to treat your staff? If you can answer those 3 questions in one sentence, you're pretty far on your way towards creating a mission statement for a food service industry concept.
And then Samantha wrote in the chat, Southern food, family spaces, smiling faces.
Let's see. So let's turn that into a mission statement. Jace's Place exists to provide, what do you think? High quality, low quality, cheap, local? Somebody's got to help me out here. What kind of Southern food are we talking about?
High quality.
High quality Southern food, if I can type, in a family-friendly atmosphere. Smiling faces. What's a good way to word that, Chef?
Yeah, so some high quality Southern food and family friendly atmosphere, which will leave smiling, what was it, smiling faces?
Something like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
So remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. A mission statement is going to take many, 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 many drafts before you get to that perfect mission statement that is worded exactly the way you want it. So this is a starting point. I'm looking for a rough draft. And Bertha, what's your question?
I wrote something and I want to know what you think of it for my mission statement. It says, from farm to table, we support our community. Fresh grass-fed meats, cooking season to season to keep it fresh.
So it's from farm to table. What was it all again?
From farm to table, we support our community. Fresh grass-fed meats, cooking season to season to keep it fresh.
Nice. Is it, what are you planning to do 100% farm to table?
Yes.
Well, you have to be careful with that because remember, if it's going to be 100% farm to table, you have to think about every single little thing, such as salt, pepper, vanilla, because that vanilla you'll get from Madagascar.
Okay.
You know, so that's where having that type of percentage will help, because if some people think like, oh, it's 100%, you want to be careful with that because I mean, olive oils, you know, like where are you going to get your olive oil from? Where are you going to get your canola oil from? All of that kind of stuff you have to be careful with.
Okay.
Am I right, Chef?
You are. So I'm gonna keep rolling if that's okay.
Yeah, and then guys, where are we gonna have this? And it says location. So, and when we say location, we want to know city and state. So where is this gonna be? Oh, look at you, Omaha, Nebraska.
If you guys didn't know, that's where I live. So I got to choose this one, but that's going to have a big impact on this next box. We are not looking for your target demographic or anything like that. We're not looking for your observations. We are looking for specific numbers about your area. That would be median income, home prices, and education level for this city. This should be wherever you happen to be. You can either do it where you live, or if you know where you want to have your business, that's where I would do it for. So I'm going to do Omaha, Nebraska. And you see this link here? This is going to bring you to census.gov. This is the Census Bureau's website, which is a fantastic, fantastic resource for this type of information. So you're going to come here, and this is the home page. You're going to come up to the top here and just type in Omaha, Nebraska, and hit enter, and it's going to bring you to this page. Now, it might take a couple tries to get the wording exactly right, so be patient. But on the right-hand side here, you've got all these quick facts. You've got how many people live in Omaha. You've got that median household income. So that's one of our answers right there, right? So 53,789. I do not want to see 55,000 or 54,000 or 53,000. I want to see 53,789 on your assignments. So median income, 53,789, I believe it was.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So you want to be specific. Go ahead.
Yes. And realize he is writing it out and he's not just providing a link, because remember, and I have done this, I have sat in a Starbucks across from an investor and given him a folder that has all of the information about the demographic area, because they want to know about the area. They want to know how you're able to figure out who your target market was going to be. And this information is going to help you figure that out. It'll help you figure out who you're going to be able to employ. It'll be able to figure out how to price you, like how to do your pricing, all of that stuff. And if I give them this folder and do this, like with a link on it, they cannot click on a link. So that's why it has to be written out. because they are looking at this, reading it, and they cannot click on that piece of paper. So be certain to write it out. Am I right, Chef?
Absolutely. So on that census website, again, median household income, you've got this educational attainment. So this is what percent of the population has graduated high school or higher in Omaha, Nebraska. You've got median housing value. So those are the three numbers that we were looking for. Do be aware that the more of these numbers you look at and think about and digest, the better you're going to be able to serve your community and to really build your business based on the people in your area. So even though we're only asking for those numbers, this is all great information to be looking at. So we're going to punch in all three of those. I'm just going to do one for the sake of time. But remember, all three: median income, home prices, and education level. So next up is our style of service. We're going to have a diner. So what do you think? Is that going to be counter service, table service, buffet, table?
Samantha said table. Yep. Samantha's on top of it.
Table service. What are going to be some of our marketable features? Now, we gave you some general categories here: theme, menu style, products offered, service, techniques, atmosphere. These can point you in the right direction, but these are not actually answers. What is it about our theme or about our service that is unique and special and is going to draw people to our business that we can put out there? And people are going to be like, oh, that's really cool. So what do you think for this one? What should we have for marketable features?
And remember, you guys did a mission statement. What do you think was part of that mission statement? See the food. What else? What about the food?
Friendly staff. Well, friendly staff.
Friendly
Staff. Yes. Remember, you just don't want to put food. What about it? Because everybody's making food. So what is it about your food that's making people show up there? So Southern style fried chicken, Samantha said. So you're going to have some fantastic fried chicken that you're going to be marketing. You're going to do fried chicken and waffles.
and waffles. All right.
Yeah, I'm adding the waffles.
So this is the minimum. 2 marketable features. You can list 30 marketable features. I'd love to see them. The more the better. But minimum to get the points here is 2 marketable features.
Yes, and Samantha even said all day, breakfast all day. That's a great marketable feature. Free Wi-Fi, that's something you can market. Family friendly, those are marketable.
Yeah, absolutely. Samantha, you are on top of this. So thank you for that. With seating capacity, this is quite literally, how many chairs are you going to have? How many butts can you sit in your diner? 50 to 75. That's great.
Yep. And remember, you guys have already did this in your previous class, right? In CE155?
Yep.
Yes. CE155. You guys already came up with these numbers, so just use those numbers.
With estimated number of guests served daily, you said 120, and I love that. I'm going to go with that. But remember, this should never be smaller than the seats you have, because you're going to do at least 1 full turn every day, right? Otherwise, you're kind of in trouble.
So would it be 100 to 150?
It certainly could be.
What are we able to put like 100, 150 for the estimated number of guests served, or would you want a solid number?
It's an estimate, so for the moment, I'm okay with a small range. If I see 100 to 1,000, I'm probably gonna knock you some points.
Okay.
Yeah. Estimated check average, I'm seeing $25 in the chat, so let's go with that. Once again, just think about the general order you think you'll get and what do you think that's going to cost in your concept. So at Jace's place, we're going to be serving somewhere between 100 and 150 people at $25 each person, right?
Because remember the beverages too. You got your food, because you got them fried chicken waffles. I'm going to want some coffee. I'm going to want another drink to go with it, maybe an appetizer. Think of all that stuff as your average gas price. And this is the most important part. I'm going to say the most important part, because you are going to use this every single week. Every single week is this delightful concept summary. This concept summary can actually let Chef Jonathan know every single week what he is looking at with all that awesome research and information that you've gathered. He can now really be able to make certain it's going to work for you. This is part of that communication. When we say concept summary, you have to fully communicate your location, the name of the establishment, your hours of operation, how many days you're going to be open, where you're going to be open, your city and state, what type of service you're going to do, what type of establishment is it? Is it a diner? Is it a food truck? Is it a catering business? Is it a personal chef? All of those items need to be in this delightful 1 to 2 sentence summary, and you're going to copy and paste it into every single assignment. Am I right, Chef Jonathan?
Yes, this is worth 15 points on almost every single assignment in this course. Incredibly important. So you're going to want to keep this someplace where you can easily go back and copy and paste it into future assignments. It can grow and evolve as you think more about your concept throughout the course, but you've already written this after this week. So easy, easy points. Make sure you do it. And all of this information that we're asking for, that's the stuff you just did. All we're asking for you to do is put that into a couple of sentences. So super, super important that you get that too. Finally.
Yeah, because Chef Jonathan, he can't tell, like, if you're doing this and you're like, yeah, like for week 2, it's like minimum wage is $12 an hour. And if you don't say what state you're in, how is he supposed to know if that's right or not? So that's where this concept summary is really, really important, and get it in. Get it in and just copy and paste it. Get it down. Get it perfect and copy and paste for week 2, week 3, not week 4, but week 5 and week 6. You're gonna need it. Just keep on copying and pasting. This is the one time that we will say copy and paste is okay, because you wrote it in your own words. So you're copying and pasting your own words. And now we get to go over what we just talked about, the SWOT analysis. And we're going to do this awesome SWOT analysis for your assignment and for this business right now. So remember, strengths and weaknesses are your internal factors, and your opportunities and threats are external. Those are things that you may not have control over. So you got to put the name of the business, and you are going to be doing the same thing for a competing business. Remember that everything is competition. Everywhere that somebody is not spending food at your establishment, that is competition. So if you're the only barbecue joint in town, but there's an Italian pizza joint, that Italian pizza joint is your competition. So remember, everybody has competition. Am I right, Chef?
You are, absolutely.
And so remember, put their name too. We want to know who your competition is. And you need to look at this through the eyes of your competitor. What do you think that their strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and threats are? Because then maybe you can decide if you're going to implement it into your own business. Do they have great customer service? If they do, what are they doing? Maybe you need to change your policies and procedures to follow them, because they have great customer service. Maybe their menu is horrible and the food is low quality. Now you know what to stay away from. You can check out who their vendors are and say, I'm not going to that vendor. I've seen their product. I'm going to go to another person. That's why it's so important to understand your competition. Now, what do you guys think some of these strengths and weaknesses are going to be for this business? And remember, this is we're making it up right now, and your concept's not here, but your investors are still going to want to know what you believe the strength in this SWOT is for your business. So, what do you guys think a strength is? And also, there are 3 bullet points for a reason. You have to fill out all 3. Fill out all 3.
All 3 bullet points in all 8 boxes. I will not be able to give you full credit if you don't have all 3 bullet points in all of these boxes. So,
what do you guys think? Chef Jonathan already wrote strength, clear idea of concept. That's awesome. That's great strength. Weakness, low startup capital. What do you guys think a strength is going to be? Gail, Gertrude, Bertha. Anybody? Now's the time. There's nothing wrong. Remember, guys, everybody has started where you have. And everybody's watching the live session archive right now. Remember, everybody has started here where they have never done this before, and that's okay. That's why you're in class. That's why you're learning this. You can make mistakes. You can make mistakes now because it's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to cost you your business. So take that leap, take that risk, and look at what you really think a strength could be, what your weaknesses are, what you think an opportunity could be, what the threats are. So what do you think a strength could be for this business? We said the mission statement's going to have great Southern fried chicken, right?
High quality food.
Yes, high quality food. That's a fabulous strength. What were some of those marketable features that you guys pointed out? Do you think some of those marketable features could be strengths?
Serving breakfast all day.
Yeah, that can be a great strength. So what do you think a weakness could be? Something that you think you need to work on.
Being new and getting new customers, marketing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, marketing, definitely. When I took over the B&B, they had like no marketing whatsoever. I had to create a whole marketing plan. So yeah, being a new business needs marketing. That's a great weakness. I knew for the B&B that I needed to revamp my menu because at the bed and breakfast, the previous owners didn't sell bacon. That's right. They went to a pig farm and they didn't want to serve bacon at a bed and breakfast. Yeah, it's horrible. That was the #1 complaint. So that was a weakness, my menu. Do you guys think that's a weakness?
Yes.
Yeah, right? So what do you think another weakness could be for this business?
If they what happens Well, if you serve an item that the competitors don't have, what would that be?
That would be a strength.
Yes.
Serving unique food, yeah, that can be a strength. But remember, it can also turn into a weakness too, right? If somebody, your target market doesn't like it.
Right.
And you notice how, Chef Jonathan, we have it in both spots. You can have certain things in both spots, but you need to explain why. Am I right, Chef Jonathan?
Yes. If I don't know why it's both a strength and a weakness, if you don't explain it, I can't give you credit for it. You can't just say unique food and unique food. You want to say why it's a strength and why it's a weakness.
Yeah, like why is a location a strength? Like the B&B's location was a strength because it was in walking distance to Old Town where all the bars were. So people could stagger home from going to all the microbreweries and could stagger back to the B&B. That was a really big strength for us, that location. So, but I put that detail in there. I didn't just say location. I said why it was good. So what do you think an opportunity could be? I took over and I noticed that we didn't have a marketing plan. And I realized that I needed to do partnerships with other restaurants in town and we could create promos. That was an opportunity that I did with the B&B. So what do you think an opportunity could be for this place? I'm hearing crickets. Literally outside I hear crickets because I'm in Massachusetts, surrounded by woods, but I'm also hearing crickets. So remember, guys, these are the possibilities. You guys, you've come up with a concept. You have that dream. So how are you going to make it a reality? How are you going to catch on those opportunities? What are things that you guys are passionate about? Oh, look at that, Chef Jonathan. You and I, boom. We're like this. Community outreach. Look at that. Sponsoring a softball team.
That's a fantastic one, and we're gonna talk about that quite a bit. But Gertrude, free appetizers. I'm gonna need a little more detail for that to be an opportunity.
I was thinking, like on my appetizers, maybe it's $3-4. I can include it on the menu. Then I can make the appetizers for free. And then maybe that's how I can differentiate myself from the other restaurants.
Well, that's
That's strength.
Yeah, well, and I would say that would be part of your like a marketable feature. So let's look at it this way. Do you guys think that this place can grow? Do you believe in it enough where it can expand and become a franchise? Yes? Yes, if you do, then yeah. If you think you can open up multiple locations, then that's a great opportunity. Maybe you can do a partnership. Escoffier has partnerships, don't we? Who do we partner with? Disney. Oh, look at that. Somebody said Disney. So we partner with Disney, an American Test Kitchen. Those are great. So what do you guys think a threat could be? Threats are things that you don't have control over. You don't have control over your competition. Chef Jonathan put an awesome threat in there. You don't have control over weather. You notice how he put hail damage, hurricane. You actually want to say, you don't want to just put weather. You want to say what type of weather is around your area that could really affect you. I live in Fort Collins. There are certain places that flood. I would put flooding would be a threat. What other threats do you guys think there's out there?
Crime, burglaries.
Yeah, crime. If you have a high crime rate in your area, that's a fantastic threat to put down. Because now you're going to have to come up with a plan. Do you need to have video surveillance in your place? That's awesome. How's your guys's? Yes, Chef Jonathan, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you read my mind.
What else? What else do you think? I was thinking the same exact thing, Chef Jonathan. Boom. Look at you. The economy, the recession happened, right? Remember that? That whole ordeal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was during, yeah, that was rough. But that was a definite threat. And I was able to be like, okay, how am I going to get people into this B&B? I'm going to target now. I'm going to turn this threat into an opportunity, and I'm going to target my staycationers. I'm going to change my target markets. I'm going to get more staycationers in here, and I'm going to get people to come through my doors. Maybe, and that turned into an opportunity for me. Maybe because of the economic downturn, more people are trying to cook for themselves. So I can offer cooking classes at my place, right? You can do that type of stuff. But that's knowing those type of threats can help you prepare. Does that make sense to everybody? Heck, I mean, opportunities. There are so many opportunities. You guys can go onto social media and become an influencer. You can do the whole, like, there is always a new fad diet. Can you actually, become gluten-free, dairy-free, paleo? Can you actually use any of those fad diets and get people into your doors? Any of the allergies, dietary restrictions, any of that stuff? Those are opportunities that you can be part of. And I love how Chef Jonathan put fancy new diet. That is awesome. I love that. My favorite are the people who would come into the B&B and say how they're going to be gluten-free, but they would go to the microbreweries to drink the beer. Those are my favorite. So,
Does that make sense, guys? Do you have any questions about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, how you need to approach this assignment? Anything else?
So remember, this assignment is due on Tuesday, but you're not going to wait until Tuesday, am I right? No, you're not going to wait until Tuesday. Remember, you want to cite your references, just tell us where you found the information, and Wikipedia does not count as a reference, because I could write in there that the Queen of England is a 7-foot purple dinosaur, and it would change it for me. So remember, Wikipedia does not count as a reference. We want you to use real sources so that you can go back to it. So government websites, your chambers of commerce, those are reputable sources. And to get your knowledge checks done and get them done early, get them done by Saturday. Now, I hope everybody has a fabulous week. And if you have any questions, what are you going to do?
reach out to you and Chef Jonathan.
Yes, thank you. That's what we're here for. I enjoy adult conversations. I have a 5-year-old. So please reach out to us. That's what we're here for. And I hope everybody has a fabulous week. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody next week at our live session. And look for the live session archive because I'm a little afraid to actually send out the message saying that the live session is in there because they still haven't fixed that glitch yet. So I don't want to send out that message. So just look for it. It will be up tonight, but I don't want to send you the same message 7 times. So I hope everybody has a fabulous week. Chef Jonathan, been fabulous as always.
Thank you. Have a great week, guys. Really, truly reach out to me. Keep in mind, I do try to have some downtime over weekends. So I will get back to you if you reach out on the weekend, but it might not be as quick as Monday through Friday. Just something to be aware of.
All right. Well, everybody have a great, great week. Bye, everyone.